Hi everyone, welcome to Adventures with Heckenback. Today we're going to show you what we do to prepare our Campinawe for winter camping. Today is a couple days before Thanksgiving, and on Friday morning we're going to be leaving to go camping. It's a little bit cold here. It's not too bad this week, but as you can see behind me, we've had some snow here. It hasn't quite melted off the Campinawe yet. So we want to be sure that we're prepared for whatever we run into on our way to go camping. So we'll jump in here and I'll show you some of the things we do to prepare for winter camping. Just in case you haven't seen our Campinawe walkthrough video, this is a Campinawe Sport trailer. We got it back in September from Campinawe out in St. Louis, Missouri, and we're really happy with it so far. We'll link the walkthrough video at the end of this video in case you want more information or haven't seen one before. We're around the back of the Campinawe now in the galley area, and you can see it's a hot mess. So one of the things I'm going to be working on today is organizing all of this. Again, for those of you who are just joining us, we've been tent campers all of our lives, and this is our first trailer, first camper. So now we're in the process of transitioning from carrying everything in our truck, of course we still have our truck, but to figuring out what fits best back here. So we're probably not really going to use this as a galley or pantry, but more for storage. So one of the big concerns with winter camping is, of course, water. And keeping that from freezing. So one of the things that we really like about the Campinawe is how simple the water system is. To winterize our water system, this is all we have to do. Done. So, kind of joking there, joking aside though, the Campinawe has jugs for water and then an electric pump down here that goes inside the jugs to pump the water. So for winter camping, all we have to do is fill them right before we leave. And then just like tent camping, you know, you just kind of keep an eye on them, put them in the vehicle with us if we need to do that while we're driving around. But pretty simple. Pretty low tech as far as, you know, not having a system that you actually have to winterize. And that's one of the things that we really like about the Campinawe. Same thing with the bathroom situation. There isn't any kind of built-in plumbing or anything like that. We have the Outcore portable camp toilet, which works really well. When we're actually set up in camp, we remove the bungees. They're just there to keep it from sliding around while we're driving. So we remove the bungees, and then if we need it in the middle of the night, we just pull it out. So under our bench here, we've removed the Yeti. So if you watch the Campinawe walk around, if not, we'll link it at the end of this video. It comes with a Yeti, which stores under this bench. But we have an even bigger Yeti that we carry with us in the back of the truck. So for right now, we've taken the Yeti out and we have bins under here. So our toilet paper, and we have for winter, our little buddy heater, a few propane tanks, and some extra lights just in case we need those. And then inside here, one of the changes that we make is to switch out our sheets and blankets. So in the summer, we prefer to camp with sheets and blankets so that we can adjust with the temperature. But for winter camping, we prefer sleeping bag. We've got a heavy sleeping bag here and extra blankets. So we throw some extra blankets in here. Then, like I mentioned, we're in the process of trying to figure out what works best for us as far as the Campinawe goes. So we have in our cubbies here, we've gotten some baskets that fit, and this is for our clothing. So each of us has 2 baskets for clothing. And then up on the top shelf, we have a couple baskets that we're using to keep some of the little odds and ends. The extra bungees, so when we're in camp, all of the cubbies come with bungees. So we've got them all off right now, and we just put them up there in a basket when we're not using them. We've got some extra fuses up there, some chargers, so everything in here is rechargeable. So we've got the charging cables up there. And then we've put a couple hooks up, specifically as it started getting cold, so we can hang our coats and jackets up there kind of out of the way. And there is water storage here inside the camper as well. You know, again, this is something that we're going to have to just keep an eye on. So these don't have any water in them right now. So just as a reminder, in this cabinet is the air conditioner, the Zero Breeze, which also has a battery that can be used to charge other things. So we have that. Of course, we're not going to need that, although we would run it on fan. So you don't have to use it for cooling. You can just run the fan on it, which maybe would help with condensation. Again, we're new to trailer camping, and so some of you that have more experience with this may want to give us some tips and some pointers here. So we have camped one night so far when it was below 30 degrees, and we did get condensation. We didn't leave any windows cracked or run any fans or anything like that. So we did have some condensation. We're going to be experimenting on this trip to see what we need to do to minimize or eliminate condensation. So we have the Zero Breeze that has a fan on it, and then there is a rechargeable fan up on the wall over here. So we're gonna experiment with leaving a window cracked open and trying the different, with running fans and things like that. We would love any tips that anybody has about how to minimize condensation. Okay, so my next task is to organize this back area here and see what we can come up with as far as organization. So I won't make you watch while I do all that, but I'll bring you back in a little bit once I'm done. Okay, so that didn't take very long. Not nearly as long as I expected, and we're looking better already. So our plan is that this little area here is going to be for first thing in the morning to make coffee. We have our little Covia stove, butane stove right here that we can get out, sit on here, make our coffee so that we don't have to pull stuff out of the back of the truck. We're thinking this may be a little more convenient first thing in the morning, but we'll kind of see how it works. We've got some of our bigger stuff up there on top. The privacy tent, the changing tent, bathroom tent, shower tent, whatever you want to call it. We've got a work light rechargeable work light that we take with us. The jack handle there. We've got a level in here that we carry with us so we can check the level of the trailer when we need to. And then on the second shelf here, we have the Covia stove. We have some rope and tie downs and things like that back there. A basket with coffee stuff, some odds and ends, rope, duct tape, things like that. And then we still have this shelf down here where we can keep maybe some morning stuff. We'll kind of see how it evolves. Not really sure what's going to happen yet. Anybody has suggestions about organizing, we're more than happy to hear them. All right, so that is all we need to do to set our Campinawe up for winter camping. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. We are leaving Friday morning. We're headed down to Hoosier National Forest to do some dispersed camping. And so we'll bring you back Friday morning with us and show you what we do the morning that we leave to get everything loaded up. And then when we get to camp, what we need to do to actually set our Campinawe up. Thanks again so much for watching. We appreciate you, and please feel free to leave us any tips that you have, any thoughts or questions that you have. We'll be happy to try to answer them.